Hey, what's up, guys? Rami here with a second stimulus check update and second stimulus package update for Friday, July 31st. Today, the federal unemployment boost expires, which technically expired sometime this past week already, and the last payments went out. It is so frustrating that the politicians in Congress still didn't come to an agreement to help the American people. Very, very sad. The state the country is in right now is just it's just so sad and annoying. Anyway, I want to update you on what's going on right now and save you some time and bring you up to speed with everything going on. All I ask in return is please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the amazing community of over 180,000 people we have here so I can update you on everything regarding the second stimulus check and stimulus package, plus more money and finance news. So we know that the Republicans want to spend $1 trillion, and some of them don't want to spend anything at all. And on the other side, we have the Democrats who want to spend $3 trillion, which is shown in HEROES Act bill they passed all the way back on May 15th, which is insane to me. Remember when we were getting updates about a new proposed bill every other day, like the Emergency Money for the People Act and the ABC Act and all the $2,000 per month proposals? That was 2 months ago. In some way, it feels like it was just yesterday, but now that I think about it, it feels like it was 2 years ago. God, 2020 is really one heck of a year. Let me know in the comments how you feel about 2020. How is it, how has 2020 been treating you so far? Let me know. For some people, it's probably been the worst year ever, and for some, it may have been the best year ever. For billionaires, this pandemic was the gift they all been waiting for. The 4 billionaires who were testifying in front of Congress the other day over their market power had their fortune grow by about $115 billion combined. That's billion with a B. Amazon CEO made $13 billion in one day. Can you imagine that? I can't. I mean, my friends and I were talking the other day about all this and about money and our brains. The human brain can't really visualize what a billion is. Like, we all say million, like $1 million is a big thing, right? Like, I have $1 million idea. You look like $1 million. I would take that as an insult at this point. We should start saying billion now. Just to put it in perspective, I saw this post on Instagram the other day. 1 million seconds is about 11 days. 1 billion seconds is about 32 years. 32 years. How crazy is that? So the same concept applies to money. $1 million is a lot of money, but $1 billion is a whole other level. So yeah, 2020 has been really great for billionaires. And hey, they say a lot of people make their money or start their businesses in recessions. So let me know how 2020 has been treating you. Have you done anything different to maybe increase your wealth? Let me know. So back to our $1,200, not million or billion. The second stimulus check proposed in the Republicans' HEALS Act would give you $1,200 if you made $75,000 or less based on your 2018 or 2019 tax return if you're single, and $2,400 for a married couple making $150,000 or less. Then it will phase out to zero at $99,000 for single and $198,000 for married filing jointly. The huge improvement here is that adult dependents and college students are included now, and they each get $500. And as of now, it doesn't seem like there's a cap for the number of the dependents in the HEALS Act. On the other hand, the Democrats proposed a stimulus check that was in the HEROES Act will give $1,200 per person, adult or child or adult dependent, up to 3 dependents. So the stimulus check part of the stimulus package is pretty much agreed on. I'm sure they can come to an easy agreement on that. We'll have to see if President Trump comments the other day of wanting a much larger check will have an effect on the negotiations or what. Like I said in my yesterday's video, it might be a negotiation tactic to maybe get a higher stimulus check and keep the unemployment benefit at a much lower number than the $600 the Democrats want. Speaking of unemployment benefits, the Republicans proposed in the HEALS Act to extend it by $200 per week until October 5th, that it goes to 70% of your wages before losing your job, with the federal boost maxing out at $500. The Democrats want to extend the unemployment benefit by $600 all the way until January 31st. So this will be heavily negotiated, and we can say without a doubt that the minimum that this will go for is $200 and the maximum is $600. But given that the Republicans said this is a starting point with the expectation of negotiations, it should go higher than $200. Maybe between $300 or $400. That's just my guess. Another part of the negotiation could be the timing. The Republicans want to make the flat rate boost only until October 5th, when states will then start making it based on your income. I don't know if the states will be able to implement this quickly, so maybe the Democrats can negotiate the flat rate to be higher and extend further out past October 5th. Maybe sometime, in November after the elections, maybe. Another major difference in the Republican bill and the Democrats' bill is that the Republicans' HEALS Act didn't have a provision for eviction protection, which is very strange to me. The Democrats' HEROES Act had an extension for the eviction protection that already expired now. It's strange to me because the Republicans seem like they are for an extension to the eviction protection. The president wants to extend it, and Larry Kudlow, the grumpy guy in the White House, he also said that he wants it extended. So I'm not sure why it wasn't part of the bill already, unless it's again in a negotiation card in their back pocket. Next huge obstacle in the negotiations will be state and local funding. The Democrats wanted to spend $1 trillion alone just on state and local funding. Republicans, they want $0. That's going to be hard to negotiate. The Republicans want state and local governments to use the $150 billion that are remaining from the last stimulus package. That's a huge difference between the two, so I just hope the negotiations on these things don't stall for too long and we don't get the direct money that will directly and quickly help the American people as a result of some political games. Another area of huge conflict between Republicans and Democrats is liability protections. Republicans want to have a 5-year liability shield for businesses, schools, and medical facilities. The Democrats strongly oppose this and think that this will let businesses run wild and free and not be held accountable for any disease-related issues. But Republicans just want to make it difficult for customers and employees to sue these organizations left and right, but only hold them accountable when there is gross negligence or intentional misconduct. So far, the negotiations, they're so far apart. Nothing is looking good right now. Both sides say that they are far apart in negotiations, which is very frustrating. What's even more frustrating is that Congress goes on a 31-day vacation next Friday. So we have just 1 week for them to negotiate, agree, and pass a bill that works for everybody. I really, really, really hope they reach an agreement by next Friday. I just can't imagine them going on another vacation for a whole month without helping the American people. Do these people realize that a huge election is just 3 months away? They need to do something. And speaking of doing something, I'm surprised that there are no talks about essential workers and hazard pay. If it were up to me, this would be a red line in the next stimulus package. You had people making more and sometimes double what they used to make from work, from unemployment, staying at home, and the essential workers who continued working and kept the whole country running don't get any kind of compensation. That is just sad to me. This needs to be talked about more, and essential workers really do deserve a huge compensation for their efforts. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the essential workers out there. Thank you so much for all that you've done. So that's all I have for you today. What do you guys think? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos and new content for you. And don't forget to get your free stock from Robinhood and 2 free stocks from Webull, with one of them potentially worth up to $1,400 when you only deposit $100, which is just like cash. You can take it out anytime you feel like it. Links are in the description below. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.